Today we're making a delightfully light and lemony ricotta cheesecake. We're going to serve it with fresh figs and a lavender-infused syrup. This elegant dessert was inspired by my trips to Provence, and it certainly looks, tastes and smells like that gorgeous Provençal countryside. Are you ready? Let's make it. Place the water in a medium saucepan, add the sugar and the dried lavender. Now bring to a boil. Now that we've reached a full boil, you can decrease the heat to medium and simmer for 2 minutes until the sugar has completely dissolved and until the syrup has slightly thickened. We are done, so now turn off the heat, add the lemon juice, the honey, stir well, cover the pot and let the syrup infuse for 30 minutes. When the syrup has infused, strain it through a fine sieve. Then transfer the syrup into a squeeze bottle or glass jar, and you can refrigerate it until you're ready to use it, up to 1 month. Place the flour in a bowl of a food processor, add the semolina, the blanched sliced almonds, the sugar and the salt. Now we're going to process until finely chopped. Now add the chunks of butter. Drizzle the vanilla over the ingredients. And then do the same with the almond extract. And now we're going to pulse until a dough comes together. Here we are. Remove the dough from the food processor. Make sure to grab all the little bits here that didn't form a dough. Shape it into a ball. And then flatten it into a cylinder that's about 1.5 inches thick. Now wrap it in plastic wrap and refrigerate for 20 to 30 minutes until cold but still pliable. Moisten your counter with a wet towel. And then line it with a piece of wax paper. This is just so that the wax paper sticks to the countertop. Unwrap the dough and set it in the center. Sprinkle with a little flour and roll the dough into a 10-inch circle. Now this dough is very crumbly and very soft, and this is the reason why we roll it on top of a wax paper. Take the ring attachment of your cheesecake mold and press into the dough. And then remove the outside. Now lift the ring. And then with scissors, just cut a circle around the dough. Then lift the dough and the wax paper and place it at the bottom of the mold. Secure the ring back on and then flatten the dough with your hands. to remove any cracks. The crust is done. Now let it cool for 10 minutes before putting the ricotta filling into the mold. To grate the lemon zest, make sure to use a microplane grater. It grates the zest very finely, and this is exactly what we need for this dessert. If you decide to make your own ricotta for this recipe, and I really hope you do, make sure you do not drain it too much so that it is still moist, like this batch I just made. Place the ricotta in a large bowl, add the sugar and the salt, and whisk at medium speed until smooth. Add the lemon juice and the lemon zest and continue whipping at medium speed until well incorporated. Now add the eggs one at a time and continue whipping until well incorporated. Add the mascarpone. And you're going to beat until just incorporated, no longer, otherwise the mascarpone is going to separate. That's it. And now you can fill your mold with the cheese filling. Fill a baking dish with about 1 inch worth of hot water and place it on the floor of the oven. And then place your cake in the oven and bake for about an hour at 325. Let's take a peek. The cheesecake is done. You see, it is set on the outside, but still not quite risen in the center, and a little wobbly if you jiggle the pan. So now put the cheesecake back in the oven, turn off the oven, and let it cool in the oven for about 15 minutes with the door slightly ajar. Place the cheesecake on a cooling rack and run a small paring knife around the edge to loosen it from the mold. Once the cheesecake is cooled, refrigerate for at least 6 hours or overnight. To cut the cheesecake without making a mess, dip your knife in hot water, wipe it, and then cut the cheesecake, drawing the knife towards you. Now place your slice on a plate and don't forget to peel the wax paper off. Now for the next slice, dip your knife again in the hot water, wipe it clean, and cut your cheesecake. Garnish with the fig halves, drizzle with the syrup, and finish with a little powdered sugar. Enjoy baking and savoring this beautiful dessert. Bon appétit!